afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only, master of propaganda, off here to a 1v1 on Famyonville Approach. Again, the north it is, the Pope of Company Heroes. Though not acknowledged by most churches of Company Heroes, though. In particular, not the Western ones. Anyways, off here with him with guard rifle, interesting pick there, with K1s, guard rifle, submachine guns, howitzers, and air support there with triple infantry to the south. It is Nosliw fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the Sperrverbande Wolf with defensive doctrine, feeding Ostruppen, defensive fortifications, Stuke 3Es, Pack 43s, and sector artillery with triple machine gun bulletins. That's an interesting collection there. And as always, an exciting, riveting match awaits you here with me, your host, Imperial Dane, providing commentary, insight, wisdom, entertainment. And as always, please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and press that bell button to subscribe. That'll make me awfully happy, and of course, help support my channel. And of course, also big thanks to those who support me, as always, the patrons and supporters, those charming, wonderful bunch. And it's also coming towards the centre here. We got the MD42 filling up there as well. And again, note he's got bulletins for basically more accuracy and increased FR and increased experience gains. Up north here, Pioneers moving forward step on Nosliw. First shot being fired here. Austin was the conscript machine gun ring up here. Note he's up next to it. In this case, rather than push into the building. It's going to open on the front of it. So actually sticking the headset up here. They're quickly suppressed up with the MD42. Laying down a vicious stream of lead here from the HMG42 conscript up there. Fun fact about the HMG42 and the 34, by the way, but they actually had a second mount there rather than the current Lafayette mount, I believe it's called there, which is actually sort of designed for anti-aircraft fuses, which was like, you know, could be aimed even higher. Up north, you got Pioneers with the Engineers. Pioneers need to close in fast win that engagement. Of course, Pope needs to get some distance between his Engineers and the Pioneers before the Pioneers decide to introduce the Engineers to the power of the MP40's close effective range. Conscript about here heading east was there for Pope in the south here. Conscript being ultimately pinned down by the M42 and Nosliv's Ostruppen ready to rush the point. Though worth noting, he's actually only going for double Ostruppen MD42 opening here. Bit of a rarer one there, but again, we see the also for example the assault gun leads and other stuff there. We'll have to see if he goes for the Jibber Jabber variation, in which case he'll rush out, panzer with this, and then go for 250 half-tech to transport his troops. Or he may just go for panzer with this and just go for regular vehicle or flame for a half-tech. Anyways, grabbing the southern point here, machine gun back in the centre. North side is falling to the Red Army, the Pope, and the 10th Guards Rifle Division. Tech almost down there, Ostruppen good to go. He'll go for the Panzergrenadiere, I imagine. Points being secured here, as the Sperrverbande von Wolf is securing most of the territory. Worth noting, a Sperrverbande was a designation for a defensive Kampfgruppe that basically just highlights to those, you know, at the higher tiers looking down that, you know, this is a defensive formation and you shouldn't expect too much of it. They'll basically just spade out whatever was available at hand. For example, in doing Operation Market Garden, you had a lot of German Sperrverbande, which could be composed of everything from just a mix of, you know, well, Luftwaffe and Kriegsmarine personnel to even, like, you know, I think parts of a Dutch, you know, musical band from the Waffen-SS. Sandbags up here, plenty. Thumbs up there to Pope. Very critical, or great ability to use there. Ostruppen towards the centre. We got the Panzergrenadier out here. We got the Light Mechanized Company up for Nosliw. Mortars for Pope here to break the fascist stronghold of a small house with an MD42 in it. I'm sure in later history, Branding, of course, will be made bigger. Ostruppen against the Flame for Engineers. Mortar almost down there for Pope. Bit of a bold push here. Machine banging up. This is going to try and hit Pope's cut up on there. Of course, he needs to keep the flank secured. He could risk the machine gun here. And we do have the Panzers keeping the flank clear with a Sturmgewehr 44. The Conscript push back across the road. Up here we got the mortar ready to bombard the MD42, now a bit more exposed. Not securing the far southern points here though, but he's clearly more concerned with just putting pressure on Pope by just hitting the points next to his base, trying perhaps to create a siege mentality that the fascists are coming to kick in his door any moment. Anyways, like to make a nice comp here. We'll have to see if it goes. Will there be the 251? Will there be the 222? Will there be more Panzergrenadier? We do get a 251. Now the big question is, will it be a flamethrower, will it actually be a regular one? Personally, I'm hoping for the regular one. I always find mechanized infantry tactics to be a lot more exciting, but obviously the flamethrower half-tech is really good. Oh, well, hello. He just went for a regular flamethrower, which highly indicates he's actually going for a 251 mechanized infantry push. 2 thumbs up to Nosliw here from the Propaganda Ministry in Denmark. Continue charging the MD42 here. Yeah, that's no comment besides the usual don't do that here from the Propaganda Ministry in Denmark. The Propaganda Ministry does not condone charging into MD42s, max machine guns, 50 cals, or any type of heavy machine gun capable of laying down incredible rates of fire against any advancing troops. Will not be held responsible for anyone doing so and getting themselves killed or otherwise harmed. Anyways, 250 Arctic pursuing the conscripts with its MG42 mounted in the front, Pioneer supporting here, giving here Nosliw a nice bit of mechanization versus Pope. Clearly the Speerverbande was able to hold something together from nearby shattered Panzer Division to mobilize some of its infantry. More panzers there for Nosliw, very good there. Double Panzer Grenadiers is a very strong, obviously, Wehrmacht formation, and certainly something I'd recommend in a lot of cases. Anti-tank grenade off. We'll slow down the 250 and half-track a bit, but this of course is where the Pioneers can quickly fix up the half-track and, you know, take care of the damage. Up north, before true mates in aggressive position. Pope here in a bit of a tight spot here versus Nosliw, and we need to do something drastic to turn the tables around here, in particular since the half-track, if well utilized, can really make it hard for them to like, make any pushes as well. Push to the south straight at the half-track. Panzer coming up here supporting the MG42 by the northern carve point. Mortar firing down the MG42, that's probably going to force retreat here. Back here, troops setting up the bunker there for Nosliw and the German army. Continuing ahead here. Another anti-tank grenade off. And there we go. Damage entering the 250 half-track again. Just as they got like the damage fixed out, someone moves in and just does it again. Bastard. Field annoy head for DapopeCoH to help deal with the Noslyw's vehicle. Of course, also put pressure on his position with the artillery barrage ability. Northern fuel point claimed here by the Germans. Panzers and conscript clashing out here with engineers supporting as well there. But you may want to keep the conscript a bit closer and actually merge with them, because the flamethrower is going to be probably the one doing a lot of the damage there. Fix at the 250 half-track, conscript attack from the north. Panzer Grenadiers forced to retreat. Up here the position remains very much Noslyw's and the Speerverbande Wolves. Panzer Grenadiers could move down to the half-track reinforced there. They could retreat entirely. We'll have to see what he does there. We could just stuff them into the building and hope they don't die. That's obviously also an option, but not necessarily the one I would particularly fervently recommend. And there, go mortar around there, takes out Ludwig. 250 half-track rushing ahead here with the Pioneers ready to pop out there, close range. Nice work there. Would have been more effective, of course, than the Panzer Grenadiers as well, but you know, still nice work there. Little mechanized infantry assault there for Nosliw. Thumbs up here from the Propaganda Ministry in Denmark. Anyways, bomb grenade off here at the conscript squad. Back here, troops reinforcing. No sign of further take up there from Nosliw. And there you go, Panzer is pushing ahead here. Troops reinforcing. No medics down there. Up north, point being secured. Screening the south there. Panzer falling back in the center, heavily damaged. The wounds threatening to take them out at any moment. And 250 after rolling back there, of course, could do some repairs. But of course, with two Panzer squads in it, he can also launch some significant assaults here. That could really leave Pope in an awkward position. The Pope is certainly already in an awkward position, struggling here again with Noslyw's aggressive tactics, and of course, great use of the Panzer Grenadiers and the 250 half-track here to really keep him contained, because the 250 half-track really just helps the Wehrmacht in keeping, you know, mobile, flexible, fluid, but also getting more out of those four-man infantry squads, which is typically one of the Wehrmacht's bigger weaknesses. So there's actually a reason why in a lot of cases I actually kind of want to consider the 250 half-track, because it really helps smooth out a lot of the bumps in the early to mid-game Wehrmacht plays there, and just is really cool. Anyways, MG42 there for Nosliw, another machine gun giver here as the Pope and the Red Army launches a fresh assault here against the fascists, looking to overthrow them and send them back to Berlin before burning down Berlin. So they have to run to somewhere else. More Pioneer here for Nosliw, very good. Worth noting he is not taking up as of yet. He's also got 9 tank weapons, though Pope is obviously a bit behind. There you go. Pope's got some guards wrapping out there. They'll certainly add a bit more pressure as an infantry. He may also want to consider machine gun to help deal with the Noslyw's infantry. Panzer is pushing forward here, backed up by the MG42. Half-8 of Vetty as well there. Wunderbar. Unless you're the surge, in which case it's kind of a case of sick up the art. Here we go, flanking with the Ostrom, doing a nice bit of damage there. He's going to have to retreat there, obviously. Also pushing northwards, but the Panzers are proving to be quite a significant issue here for Pope, as you know they are. Panzers in fact tend to perform quite well versus conscript heavy builds. And in general, just having two Panzer Grenadier squads is again a really solid tactical formation, just allow it to pull off some great attacks, but also clear out support weapons pretty quickly. They're going to use caught here by the Panzer squad almost right here, taking a nasty hit from the Soviet mortar. Mine goes off here as well there. Noslyw's Panzer Grenadier are suffering grievous wounds here, as Pope is putting up a valiant fight here for the glory of the motherland. In the south, conscript up against the Pioneers with Minesweeper's machine gun opening up here as well. Second one ready. 250 after from north with a flamethrower Pioneer squad inside. Center point evacuated in the face of heavy Soviet artillery bombardments. Back here, troops reinforcing, healing, all that jazz. We got the Pioneers advancing on the Minesweepers. Not really that Pope's been like able to lay down a lot of mines, but you know, never hurts to make sure that your opponent hasn't done that. So thumbs up there to Nosliw, thumbs up. Pope there, we'll have to see what he does next. Maybe more guardsmen, though he is short on the munitions for the DP light machine guns, which would of course provide him with a bit more punch versus all the infantry, in particular the Austrian, of course, wobble over pretty fast, but the Panzergrenadiers would certainly also struggle with getting closer to that. Mortar fire, they're almost taking out the infantry too. Mortar's definitely proving to be a quick and great investment there for Pope, so thumbs up there. And of course, worth noting, he's using the mortar barrage ability actively, since generally you want to do that. Like, auto fire is, you know, there, but it's not the most efficient way to use your mortars. Using your barrage ability actively is usually quite crucial, so anyone doing that gets a thumbs up from me here at the Propaganda Ministry in Denmark. Guardsmen they're holding up. Being forced back here though, can't quite deal with the Panzergrenadiers while they are not in cover, and of course got no light machine guns. Tillerman's up north from Nosliw, very good there. Pope will need, I think, to bring in some more stuff soon. More guardsmen, machine gun could be a great idea there. Maybe another mortar is also a fun one. There you go, more guardsmen, double guardsmen out here for Pope and the 10th Guards Rival Division here. Machine gun Panzergrenadiers staying up here. Mortar fire's going to be, I think, needing to extinguish this fascist setup there. Comes with Radar Field with Goldstrike Bombard here. There you go, Mortar landing close in front of the machine gun, but not quite. Panzer Nemo taking advantage of the Chaos Corps with the 42 set up there to push through here. Pope's center-ish position, slicing their way through Pope's lines. They are definitely not ready for this fascist surge and assault. Scarsford Corps moving up there. Can upgrade with the DP light machine guns. Other squad there definitely need them as well, of course, reinforcement healing. Panzer they're routed up north. We got advanced here by Pope, taking advantage of Nosliv's heavy focus there to take advantage of that. Very good. Well, to grab it up there, very good. Meanwhile, still no take up here for Nosliw, but he's clearly just enjoying the advantage he currently has in the early game, partly thanks again to the double Panzergrenadiers, but also the 250 half tech. And we got Panzergrenadiers digging a trench. Not something you typically see very often, but again, thumbs up to Nosliw. You know, I didn't join the Panzergrenadiers to dig bloody trenches. Well, you know, we're German infantry. We're supposed to be flexible and smart and all that. I still don't want to be digging trenches. Couldn't the Osttroppen or the pioneers or anyone else but me do that work? My God, Jürgen. You really are a bit of a crybaby, aren't you? Guards come from about to need to see the Panzergrenadiers soon. Northern Victor being seized there, and there you go. Panzer's routed, didn't able to use the trench in time. The flamethrower also very much effective to turn the trench into a barbecue pit. Still, Pope here taking good gains here against Nosliw. We might got a bit too focused in the south again. Tech finally happening there. 250 half rushing hit without infantry support in it. Might have been a mistake there by Nosliw. Perhaps he got a bit too eager. Like the half rushing here. Yeah, let's go! Blitzkrieg! Heinz, I think we forgot someone. Like who's the guys who's supposed to do all the fighting? Oh, scheiße. It's like France again. France? You did that in France? Yeah, I kind of hit Paris before everyone else. That got a bit awkward. Anyway, seizing the point here, maximum way for Pope. Seizing the southern point. Ground the southern field point here. There's a guardsman. Back here, tech almost down there from Nosliw. Panzermen up, they're backed up with the infantry 42. I mean, overall strong force composition, really. We've got 2 machine guns, 2 pioneers, 2 Osttroppen, 2 Panzergrenadiers. In fact, it's very much a duo strand. That's quite interesting, I just realised that. But still got the 250 from half to their veterans. One, he can actually begin laying down mines where the tree wants to. The Schützenmine. Panzer machinery for the car point. Maximum ready here for Pope. He definitely needs to consider taking up soon. He will, of course, have to go for medium armor. Nosliw here going for the Stug 3E. An interesting pick there by Nosliw. An interesting pick. Not what I'd expect in the current circumstances, but here we are. The Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung E. Machine holding on the advanced conscripts there. We got MV42 there hosing away. Eventually 2 gain increase in the suppression fire. Very good there. Mortar fire raining down though. Oh, actually very close there, but not quite. 2 guards on the centre. At least not upgraded there. Sturmgeschütz 3 leads the assault right into a field gun though, and the guardsman taking quite a bit of damage there. Could listen to the Stug if he's not careful, which would be great for Pope, and of course a small boost for his morale there that he took out the Stug 3. Sadly, he could not even manage that, unfortunately, in this case. The machine meanwhile dealing with the advancing surge here from Pope, trying to again claim the north here from Nosliw and the Sperrverband der Wolf. In the south here, Austro machine moving ahead here. Back here, Stugi in dire repairs. There's all everywhere on the floor, and probably also some ammunition, which is not supposed to be there. Tank Group 10 coming up there for Pope. He'll definitely have to move with the mechanized armor company and get out the K1. Now, he might be able to punish Nosliw for a slightly over-eager move for the Stug 3E. Ja, Stug Frigi gets him. It's an E, Herr Leutnant. E? Ah, scheiße. I thought it was the G version. Yeah, sadly, someone must have heard it wrong. Ah, my God, not again. Like Paris? No, not like Paris. Not like Paris at all. And we see the southern point over the Ostruben. Moving ahead here, looking like lining up for a push there. Ostruben scouting away, and then the Panzergun is possibly exploiting the opening there. Found. We'll have to see. Both squads veteran 1. In fact, both squads very close to veteran 2. If we get the Stugi or the half to support them, they could probably do some nasty work since they'll be harder to kill. Still, Pope has a nice amount to stabilize now versus Nosliw. So thumbs up there to Pope. 2 thumbs up in fact. Really good work there. But there you go. Panzergun here pushing through right past a gap in Pope's lines. Guards with forced retreat. Of course, the gap is further just wiping in a matter of moments. He had to retreat. They're losing the maximum setting up here to try and stall and stop this Panzergun push from Nosliw. And he does succeed, somewhat suppressing one of the Panzergun squads there. Stugini with half. Oh, he upgraded to the flamethrower. I'm slightly disappointed with that, but obviously, I don't blame him. At least he made use of it in the regular version. So thumbs up, but slightly disappointed. Up north, he's Stugini striking the country of the Fontovics, pushing them back here with the might of Heisler's rounds there. Mechanized armor company are done. Pack 40 almost in there for Nosliw. He's obviously starting to worry about enemy armor, which is a very central concern there when he just rushed out of Stugini. Panzer on the wrong side of the cover, quickly retreat here. Field coming down. Flame for half taking about. There's 7 kills, veterans 1. Guard squad will need to retreat. They are too low on health. And in fact, could quickly get turned into living torches here as the Flam Panzerwagen strikes in. Dropping a DP light machine gun is definitely not great either. Guard squad does look like survives at least. So can easily, get that back with an upgrade or grab that one back. But would have been much worse if we'd actually lost the guard squad entirely. Awesome, they're close being wiped out. Panzer they're pushing forward, almost got the field gun. Troops sending out. He might want to use Merc conscripts with the guard squad, and that way get to full strength. Grenades off here, not doing much. Artillery fire here on the machine gun from the Stugi, flanking from the north. Thumbs up there to Nosliw. North side has now been claimed fully again by the Germans. In fact, most of the map has once more fallen under German jurisdiction. Nosliw coming to the second Stug 3E. A bold strategy, and definitely one that makes a K1 tank here from Pope much stronger, since Noslew's going to have a really bad time with the K1. I think he might be getting a bit too excited. Or he may not have realised he's up against Guard Rifle, in which case he's going to have be in for a really rude awakening once the K1 moves in and Stug 3 turns out to be, quite frankly, utterly useless. Back here, reinforcing healing. I mean, technically in the war, once they got access to heat runs, the Stug 3 could actually take out a K1 tank at a reasonable range, but that still took some time before that happened. Still, he is close to the K1 heavy tank here. We'll have to see what Nosliw does in response to the KB1. Meanwhile, securing most of the map, getting a lot of resources. Pope needs to grab some victory points in particular, since that's an area, of course, Nosliw could quickly spiral the match out of control from him. Troops sitting out there, guards reinforcing. We could actually grab the DP light machine gun nose out there with Nosliw and the Germans. Panzer pushing forward, so they come with the DP light machine gun. Needs up the max. He might have to use the field gun to try and blast apart the German assault here. Might be too late now, actually. More troops arriving. The Panzers are just causing significant damage here to Pope. And there you go. Maxim setting up. Goodbye to Latin into the midst of the Maxim crew and the conscripts nearby. There we go. Nice hit. Almost taking out the Maxim crew entirely. But there you go. Return fire from the conscripts and the guardsmen cause significant damage to the Panzers. There you go. Maxim though. Oh, wiped out. The NG-42 joining as well there. Further ruining his situation for Pope. Up north here, Mortar is joining in now, bombarding here. The positions almost wiping out the Panzer squad. There you go. Direct mortar hit on the machine gun crew. Can't grab the machine gun. There's the troops being pinned down. Field gun bombardment as well. Then the machine gun further causing casualties amongst Noslew's troops. Up north there, troops sneaking in there, but ignoring the Stug 3, which could prove to be a fatal mistake there. Send a victory when he sees with the guardsman. He can't soon go for the K1. He has to fuel. He just needs to somehow preserve the manpower for long enough without conceding too much ground here to Nosliw. While there's actually repositioned machine gun and the punch gun is both an incredibly low health here. I feel like this is awfully risky here by Nosliw, and there you go. I think he realizes the inherent risk with that and decides that's probably not worth it and pulls back. So thumbs up there to Nosliw, I guess. Meanwhile, there we got Pope pushing ahead here. Trying to take out the flamethrower tech. Almost got it, but Nosliw just proved to be a bit more lucky there, seizing the southern victory point. Up north here, holding out here. Low on health, will need to retreat soon. And the K1 is not able here for Pope, and immediately he calls on as soon as he gets the option. And certainly Nosliw will have a hard time reacting to it with only a single Pack 42 Stu E's, since the K1 is quite tough to deal with unless you got like a lot of Stu G's or other stuff like that. Guards in the center right here with the punch going to be backed up in 42. And we got the KV1 half way down there for Pope and the 10th Guards Rifle Division. Down the northern victory point again from the northern fuel point. Maximum recruit finally by some guardsmen. Conscripts routed. Stugi here moving in to be a bit of a nuisance. We got Punskers there, almost ace level, going for the mortar crew, forcing it back there. Note it is ace level, so good work there by him. And here, Ostrom as the conscripts, including the DP light machine, and those Ostrom in no cover are pretty much toast, in some cases literally. But there goes Stug 3E to the rescue, backed up with the Flammenpanzerwagen, very much turning the tables here, Pope once more. But soon, Pope's going to be the one turning the tables on Nosliw and hitting him with the table, possibly literally. Probably not though, but who knows. K1 on the way there for Pope, for the glory of the Red Army. The south we got the Ostrom, not the Ostrom, the Pioneers, the MD14 and the Punch was advancing, second pack for them Nosliw, possibly sensing he may need something more punchy here than a single pack 40, we'll have to see, but he is definitely going to be on the receiving end now of the K1 heavy tank. And there you go, Punch are going to be under fire here from the K1, quickly getting suppressed here. Well, of course, there's no armor nearby and anti-tanks that can really stop the K1 here. But we got the K1 flanking up here, Philvin joining in here. Liberty deals with that, backs off. Continuing about, he backed up on an M42. You could, of course, just try and rush the Pack 40 here with the K1, a bit risky in some ways, but at the same time, not super risky. Due to, again, the K1's ability to soak up shots and bounce them. Guardsman time from the north here, halfway to 53. Mortifier one from running down here, looking to snuff out the German machine and give their crew there. Close one there. We got Fian 85 to 234 back here, so the big point seized by the German army. The Speerverband of Wolf once more. Strugi there, Vicinity 1, close to Vicinity 2. Direct hit on the guard squat there. Gaining Vicinity 2 shots and that. Ostrom moving in. K1 going straight for the Stu 3. We got a buttoning up there as well, trying to decrease his chance of getting out of there, but he gets too close to the Ostrom. They Panzerfausted very much, meaning the K1 cannot get out. And he actually fires the heat round here to assist the Pack 4s. Maybe dealing with it. He should treat the guard squad as well. His situation time a bit dicey there for Pope. Oh, he's about to lose the guard squad. Oh, God in Himmelserkabliat. Bit of a painful loss there for Pope. Great there for Nosliw. Took out one of the guard squads. That's going to make things a bit easier for him. Stugi moving up here. Need to fix up the K1 heavy tank fast. He's only got one engineer squad for that, and he's going to need more armor. He may just want to consider bringing in more T-54 now. Of course, bringing up another Cis gun could also be a powerful choice, I think, for Pope versus Nosliw. We got punches there. One squad now ace level. The third star appearing right above it. Here we got North Conscript being engaged with the flame for half tack. Closing in slowly on veteran here for that one. 14 kills. There you go. Troops being hit to the base. Taking heavy hits here from the KV1 tank. Mortar also pushed back here. South side we got the maximum mortar field gun moving about here. Packs on the move here from Nosliw. Guardsman advancing. Pack moving up. Guards with over the Panzer with the K1 moving up, but of course now we got the Pack 40 in weight ready to deal with the K1 as advances. Lurches forward there, go directly from the Pack 40 on it. Worth noting is yet to upgrade the conscripts here with anything, neither submachine guns or the mobilized reservability. And there goes Stugi back at the Pack 40 for a bit of base here for the Guardsmen who want to take out the Pack 40s. We do get the button here, but he needs something more to deal with that. Looks like Pope might be setting up for another K1 here, rather than going for T-34s. Can't move through here. 3 victory points in control here of Nosliw means that Pope needs to focus on those victory points fast, gain control of them once more. He's slowed down the bleeding here from Nosliw. Machines thing up here. It's going to require some artillery support to deal with that. We got a big point here from Nosliw. Anti-tank guns, machine guns, Stugi, and flame for a half tack. It's going to be a bit of a tough nut there for Pope to deal with head on, and he probably shouldn't. He's not without some serious preparation and more armor. We're in the centre one, neutral Flammenpanzerwagen to the rescue once more. On the south team, K1 moving in there, routing him, and we got S-Mine starting as well, by the way, by Nosliw. Thumbs up there, cheeky work. I think the cons come up and down some mines as well, but over in centre, got the point, he needs to grab the southern one as well. But there you go, Panzer Grenadier 1 pushing it. Both squads now Nosliw and backed up at the flame fire. They do become a bit tougher to deal with. K1 of course moving up, Guards moving up as well. Field can be moved in, seeing the southern victory point, but hitting a lot of S-mounts there, taking significant casualties in the process. Meanwhile, Nosliw, what is he doing in his base? He's going for tier 4, possibly got a Katyusha here for Pope. Obviously, they have to deal with the support weapons and the infantry. I do think he should go for more armor personally, but Katyusha could also prove to be the tool he needs to break Nosliw, at least his fingers. North here, country's routed. Pack's advancing, trying to land fire the Guards. A bit of a mistake here by Nosliw potentially, but can Pope's Guardsmen punish Nosliw for this mistake swiftly enough? That's going to be the bigger question. Can they do it? But there you go, all 3 victory points under control here of Pope once more versus Nosliw. Stu 3 bombarding. Got the Panzer squad, got for Nosliw and for Germany. The south end, you can bring up back, got the Stugi hiding there. Looks like he almost forgot about it. Awesome, going for the standpoint. I'm not going to pop a grenade here, something else. Machine gun sitting up, maximuming in. Katyusha's ready now, go firing a barrage almost immediately. The question is, where's the barrage going? Possibly in the center. There you go. Rockets screaming down on the machine crew in the Ostrom. Looks like they are mostly going to get away unscathed. Yes, it is firing on max range. But could have gotten a very ugly there for Nosliw. Very quickly in the south, the engineers object wiped out by the Stu 3, but Pope narrowly saves one man there, as he's forced to leave behind the pieces of his fallen comrades. Up north here, Point Big's got once more secured here by the German army. We got more S-mounts here for Nosliw. He realizes the fight's going to come down to, mines, slowing down the advance of his opponent, make it hard for him to just sneak in there. So, thumbs up there to Nosliw. Meanwhile, nothing further going out here. He could go for Panzerwerfer. He could also go for a Panther. That's what Pope goes for next. Who knows? Actually, to farm another K1, I think could be a good pick here. K1 rolling out. Another push in the center. Studio there supporting. No anti-tank weapons. In fact, it's based in the south. I think that's a bit of a mistake there by Nosliw. I mean, well, Nosliw, but Pope not keeping something anti-tank wise to cover the center here. Something that Nosliw is quick to exploit here, versus, but there you go. Mortar fires raining down there. Stu 3 moves ahead here. Going straight for the mortar. Stu 3 rather close to the ace level. 16 kills. Good. And there you go. Pack 4 lands a nice hit on the KB1 heavy tank. Back here, troops reinforcing healing for Pope. Katyusha's going to take some time to fire again. Closing in on either HH5 or a K1. T-Fed Force 6 is not far off either, but I definitely think he needs to go for either tank or a heavier tank here. They could also just try going for a lot of T-Fed Force now. That could also, if he handle them correctly, be a potent choice here versus Nosliw. North, another attempt to sneak through there, but this time there's S-mines around which could punish here. Pope is not ready for that one. Katyusha is good to once more fire another barrage against Nosliw, lining up here around the center. Machine guns, Pioneers, Stugis, Pack 4s all lined up to provide a space of fire here against any attacks from Pope, but also provide further covering fire for any attacks further into Pope's territory there. So I think this is a strong setup there. Though not entirely invulnerable either, but it does minimize the impact of like any artillery strikes, but at the same time still provides good fire saturation. Stugi getting it better through this salt hold here on the road. Not the best push there by Pope. You may want to consider using the smoke screen as mortars to like cover against incoming fire. There's Katyusha barrage being wasted. Panther still arriving there from Nosliw. Pope meanwhile does not bring up any more. But there you go. Field gun on the Stu 3E. Guard down to less than half health. Nice work. This is 3. K1 sending out. More trying than the Pioneers. In the south, we got the country force there for Pope. Southern victory points for the Pioneer. Field gun there under fire from the Ace Stugi. Up north, flank Panzerwagen there with 22 kills. Got the Guard squad, leaving Pope with just 3 country squads now. That's starting to look a bit dicey. Pioneers routed. S-mines going off again here in the conscripts. Really consistent mining there by Nosliw, obviously. So thumbs up to that. K1 there sets off a telemine now. Very lucky there for Pope that KV1 did not hit that telemine. Instead, it's the Panthers just arrived here for Nosliw and Deutschland. K1 up with advancing Panzer Grenadier Pack 4 nearby here. Bung Grenadier they're forcing out the Indians into the open. And then back into the building. And there you go, Panther's going to go for the K1 here. Not the best escape route here. And there you go, target weak point. We got air support called in here by Pope. I don't think it's going to match. He's going to back. I think lose the K1 unless he gets very lucky, as the K1 is taking a lot of damage here. The field gun is setting up, but may not be enough here to save it. In fact, probably not. And this Nosliw is very quickly getting cold feet here versus Pope. He apparently decided not to risk it, which allowed the K1 then to have a chance of then avoiding the shot, which he did, pulling out there mostly safely. And falling back meanwhile, Nosliw is not going to risk it. He's probably got a nice lead he's feeling, so any risky chance he could actually give Pope a good upper hand to maybe like get the game more in his favour. So I understand this hesitation to rush in the Panther there. I mean, sure, it may have worked out, but what if he hadn't? He'd just take, hand over a destroyed Panther to his opponent with nothing to show for it. So, what Punch was himself at sea. Getting surrounded by Conk. There go Bun Grenade. Oh, he almost got Pope there because he thought he was going to throw out the southern unit there, but he was like throwing a northern. Also, more S-Mods going off there. Again, those S-Mods keep paying off there for Nosliw. In the centre, another push here. Could, of course, try to take on the north and Asian fire on the way for Pope. Very good. Katyusha fire again. Catching troops and supporting there on the retreat. And loses the machine gun here. Mortimer keeps flying away. 16 kills. Definitely been a great investment there for Pope. Definitely been a great investment. Of course, it also helps him make good use of the arch ability. And there you go. Panther fires a great shot. They're killing 2 conscripts with a single hit. That's going to feel bad there for Pope. 85 tanks was almost done. He's also down to just 2 conscripts towards here. The situation is rapidly deteriorating here for Pope and the 10th Guards Rival Division. And there you go, 85 tank destroyer ready there for Pope. K1 filling going for the Stoogie. Flame for after moving forwards. Almost got the Stoogie, but we got the Pack 40 hit. Eventually 2, backing that up. He's just attacking the base there recklessly. Gets the Flame for half-tech finally. I mean, that half-tech has really done a lot of work there for Nosliw. First just as a regular half-tech, and later on as a Flame for half-tech. I'd say that's a career that most half-techs in Communist 2 will never ever see, so thumbs up there, I suppose. Parts of the south they're holding up. Only 1 victory point on the control here of Pope.
We are losing territory.
Cons winning out there for Pope as well, 15 kills. Still worth noting, no upgrades on any of his conscripts. Like the close we have is the conscript there with a DP light machine gun they took from a dead guardsman. More guards than that for Pope. And coming up once more directly into the line of 5. 5 red kid there. Another hit there from initiative 5. Great work. Sandbags up for the Punch Grenadiers. Thumbs up there to Nosliw on that one. He has used 3 abilities so far out of 5. Not bad for defensive doctrine. Most people only use like 2. Maybe for the occasion with the sector artillery, but they certainly, typically it's like this, and maybe they'll go for 2-3s. Maximum then Chopper about to get wiped again here by the 8th Punch Grenadier, 23 kills. We got Thin 35, this is 90. Situation for Pope is looking precarious. Continues to hit by the Bun Grenade, the Cabaldeladno. K1 shoots, misses. Stoop 3 moving up, 22 kills. Stoopy up and advancing Guardsman. If he gets a good hit in the Stoop 3E, punching right through the frontal armor. And the South Stoogie moving up there. Guards now being obliterated. Costly sacrifice for the motherland, but ultimately seems to avail to nothing. Now up north, going for the point here, but again, having charged through the S-mine field, the casualties are high, and there's a Panzer that is blocking the retreat path. Even at 2 men at the east level, they're definitely going to have an easy time with those conscripts. Oh, down to 1 man. Well, that might give him a slight upper hand in those 2 guys, but maybe not actually. I almost got to take note that they're constant up the S-man, and here's the Panther. That's pretty lucky there for him. In the centre here, the situation deteriorates with H5 going down. Contra about murder as well here. Pope, yeah, they just got murdered. Pope, it seems, has very few chances now. It's not impossible, I guess, but he's going to have to like pull off some absolutely 4-dimensional chess moves here, I think, versus Nosliw to have a chance at this point. Like, he's taking so much damage, so it's going to be some sort of blitzkrieg maneuver which completely catches Nosliw off guard, and Nosliw just panics and then just, crushes Nosliw. That might give Pope a chance. But the problem is Pope's attacks have so far been anything but swift or blitzkrieg-like. And there you go, Panzer up north actually fell back. One counter there's ground the victory point, center being grabbed to the guard, but then under fire from that H2 3, 23 kills, they're just hammering away there. And wiped, he's down to just one counter squad now with one man left in it. Engineer's almost wiped. He's got a bit of armor, a bit of vehicle for the situation of Pope here is very much, I think, beyond salvation now. I just don't see how he can win now. Like, he's just lost too much. Meanwhile, Nosliw has not lost enough. Got the Panther going in there. But it's on the K1. Small win, I guess, there. K1, they're trying to flank the Panther. There we go. Veterans one getting the Panther down to half health. I guess that's a small win there. But we got 22, 21, so 35. Got a T-34 some sort for Pope. Ground the center of the field. Going up north, Victor Pomikis there. 19. Panther being hauled back. Again, Nosliw is basically not taking in like severe chances because he knows he doesn't have to. He just needs to play sensibly, keep his opponent pressured, not do anything too stupid at the moment, and he's largely won this. 12. Seems like Pope is intent on running this out to the very end. 8. Air support called in. 6. Some players like to do that. Go actually lost the Panther, but at this point, I don't think it matters, except to the Panther's crew, maybe its families. But there you go, GG, game over. A loss for Pope, a victory for Nosliw. A nice little different strategy there with defensive. The Jabba Jabba fast half-tech Panther continuity strategy there, which again, as you see, they can be quite effective. Pope, it seemed like just struggled with initiative, also with fuel, which really allowed Nosliw to further build ahead. And he just never really wrested control there. Plus, his tactics got increasingly like less aggressive, which really worked out nicely there for Nosliw. So I think a nice match. It was a good play. Hope you enjoyed the match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on Intel Fans, Intel Family. Don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thanks for watching. Hope you see you tomorrow again for another exciting episode. Bye.